أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربنا زدنا علما ربنا زدنا علما ربنا زدنا علما اللهم انفعنا بما علمتنا وعلمنا ما ينفعنا وزدنا علما اللهم لا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا وأنت تجعل الحزن إذا شئت سهلا آمين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. My dear brothers and sisters here, how are you all? Hope and pray that you all are doing well and good, inshallah, bi'iznillahi ta'ala. May Allah keep you all in His hifz and aman. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum. Alhamdulillah, dear sisters, barakallahu fiki. So Alhamdulillah, we are heading on to the day 13th of this Canva Mastery course, wherein we are going to learn so many important stuffs that we have already shared in the group, inshallah. We are going to discuss so many important concepts of editing, yet we have so many more things undiscovered, right? We have the very important concepts of learning the animation with Canva, learning the what we say video editing with Canva. We have so many important concepts of learning so many things with the Canva, inshallah ta'ala. So dear sisters and brothers, tune in for the next two classes, because these three classes are very important for any graphic designer, inshallah ta'ala. So you're going to learn most out of this, inshallah, these 3 days. So be prepared, well set, inshallah, to just take most out of these days, inshallah ta'ala. So let's all begin together. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, with the rectification of intention, so that Allah puts barakah in our affairs, so that every click is rewarded, every second we are spending through this course, inshallah, be a means of reward for us, inshallah ta'ala. So be ready, dear sisters and brothers, to get most out of today, inshallah ta'ala, because we are going to learn very important concepts in today's session as well, inshallah. Alhamdulillah, in past 12 days, we have been learning so many new concepts, and Alhamdulillah, hopefully and hope and pray that you all have learned most out of these 12 days, inshallah ta'ala, because now these things that were explained, dear sisters and brothers, were all the new things that were introduced to you all, right? Probably because you might not be knowing these concepts of graphic designing, the various concepts of graphic designing in the various angles, right? So Alhamdulillah, this Canva has made it easy for you to go ahead with creation of anything, right? By creating any type of content, right? So Alhamdulillah, dear sisters and brothers, we have touched various concepts. Almost all of the concepts are covered, and so many important concepts are yet to be covered. Inshallah, we'll be covering it up in this session as well as tomorrow's, as well as the last session, the Takmil session, that would be on the Tuesday's class, inshallah ta'ala. So, dear sisters and brothers, let's begin with the rectification of intention with the name of Allah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Expecting barakah in our affairs, and let's continue onto this journey of being more productive with our smart devices, inshallah ta'ala. And a quick recap on whatever we had dealt with on the day 12th of this course was nothing but it was all about the business sales flyers. How we were creating the sales flyers using different topics, like single product flyers, multiple product flyers, advertisements, how we are going to add the what we say ads, how we are going to make animated form of advertisements, right? Even we have learned the concept of business banners as well, right? I'll show you how you're going to just take the dimensions for the banners. It was already discussed, but I want to do this again, how you're going to make something into a banner now. Okay, that should be hung outside the that should be put outside your outlet or somewhere, wherever it is. For example, if it is a supermarket, or if it is a shop, if it is something like that, or a restaurant or something like that, if you want to put up the banners outside its wall, and how you're going to change the dimensions according to the what we say, according to the setup. Okay, inshallah ta'ala, within few minutes, inshallah, we are just going to head on to this topic. And all of this were discussed in previous session, animated ads and more. And alhamdulillah, dear sisters and brothers, we had created at least 30 plus designs. Have you just noticed how many designs we had created together? These are the 32 designs that we had created all together. That too with different techniques and tactics, right? Self reflection, the skewing the images with the reflections, easy reflections, and with the platforms, with something like the drop shadow, with something like the color palettes, with something called as the what we say, some other concept like the perfume was the first topic. The next was the coffee thing, and the next we had learned it with the AI tools how we are going to generate the product photography, and also we have seen some of the AI tools with the AI tools how we can generate the product photography, single product sales, the multiple product sales, how blobs were used, the cutouts, the paper cuts were used, the blobs were used, and this thing how we are going to relate it with the backgrounds, how we are going to add beautiful stuffs as an elements and create it, and some of the things like the multiple products and very what we say star products of the supermarket or super sale or the big sales or whatever. So this thing, the system, but recently I was going through an Amazon store. I mean, a product they had put it the same. What to say? They have used the same graphic like this itself. Okay, you can even see this on the products on the Amazons. Okay, they have this on the backgrounds of their products. They take the product photography on a green screen and they put this on the what we say on these flyers. Okay, on these backgrounds. So make sure you're knowing how to create this background all by yourself. It's just the comic backgrounds that they put here and they create it wonderfully. Fine, this is the stuff that you have to remember. Something like multiple products, how you can just generate something like these, alhamdulillah. And as well we had discussed with the salon kind of feel how we are going to generate tours and travels kind of ads, some more things, henna design, appointments, how you're going to make sure you're going to make grocery delivery service flyers and more, alhamdulillah. All of these were discussed, and also we had learned how to resize this based on your ads, how you're going to animate it, we have discussed. We had also discussed how to make sure that you're going to make it in the terms of what we say in terms of different sizes, right? Alhamdulillah. So whatever the homeworks you have submitted were excellently put up, alhamdulillah. And today, dear sisters and brothers, again heading on to the day 13 of this course, day 12 of this course, dear sisters and brothers, we are going to start ahead with again the business banners. Okay, this was left out. This topics how we are going to generate it in the format of the business banners was left out, and inshallah we are going to begin with that again. The event flyers we're going to see in today's session. I was already discussed event flyers. We are going to discuss ceremony banners. You're going to discuss. You're going to discuss how to create the wedding invitations. This is a major topic, right? Wedding invitation cards. All right. So the T-shirt designs, the book cover designs, the magazines, how you're going to make through this Canva, infographics, website designing. Even you can develop websites using this, dear sisters and brothers. I'll show you some of the ways that you can go ahead with. I'll just show you the way, inshallah, you can even go ahead and create your own platforms, your own websites as well, inshallah ta'ala. So now be ready with the two devices so that we can begin with, inshallah ta'ala, without further delay. Let's all begin. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I just want you all, dear sisters and brothers, to be ready with the two devices, inshallah, so that we can just go ahead and start creating, inshallah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Bismillah. Okay. Well, let's start creating the designs. Okay, the very first thing that I wanted to address was the banners, dear sisters and brothers, because yesterday's class, this was a topic that was left out. How we are going to generate banners. For example, yesterday we had a flyer, something like this one, right? Okay. For example, okay, I'll just take something from this itself. I'll take one flyer from this itself. So that I just want to convert that flyer into a banner format. Okay, that's all. Or if I want to make sure that it is put up before itself, then we can go ahead with. For example, I'll take this coffee time winter sale. Okay, this shop owner, this what we say, I wrote it chai wala there instead. Okay, this coffee wala, let it be. Okay, coffee sale. Okay. For example, dear sisters and brothers, this flyer itself, I just want to make sure that I'm putting this up in the format of a banner. Okay, this flyer I've already generated. I don't want to change this into something else. I just want to make sure that this is put up in the format of the banner itself. How am I going to resize this? You just have to go to the resize button, and there is something called as custom size. Can you see that? Custom size. Why are we going to use this? To change my flyer into something else in whatever dimensions I want. Okay, who will give you these dimensions? Who will give you the dimensions that has to be put up on the wall, on their what we say on their outlet or on their cafe? Okay, coffee cafe. I think that is a coffee cafe, and they want this to be put up or this banner to be put up. The client will give you, right? The coffee cafe owner will give you this one, right? He'll ask you to generate it for their wall. For example, think that it is a wall, or think that it is a what we say the shop on the shop outlet. It's hung on the top of the shop, and they want to make sure that this flyer goes well on their shop wall. And the wall dimension they'll give you, okay? They'll give you the dimensions of the wall wherein there is a space and they want this flyer to be hung up or this banner to be hung. So what they'll do, they'll give you the terms in terms of fits or inches. You can ask it in any terms. If they give you it is 8 feet wall, oh sorry, 8 feet is too big. I think we can go ahead with 4 foot wall. Okay, 4 foot width. Width is too big, right? Okay, let it be 2 foot width and 4 foot height. Okay, 4 foot height. 4 foot, it will be something like this. 4 foot height, 2 foot width, something like this. If it is like this. Or else if we want it in the format of the width is bigger, 4 foot width as well as 2 foot 2 foot height. Okay, so something like that. This just for your reference. How you're going to change this into a banner? You just have to go ahead with the custom size, and now you have to select it in this format: inches, pixels, millimeter, and centimeters, which is the highest inches. Okay, so now you are going to convert. They have given it in the format of the feet, right? So convert the feet to inches. How you're going to do? Go ahead with that. You just write feet to inches. Feet to inches. Okay, feet to inches. You can just go ahead with the Google and do this. For example, what is the feet they have to, what is the foot feet they have told you? 4 feet height. Okay, let it be the 4 feet height. Okay, let it be 4 feet width. 4 feet width with what? What is it inches? 48 inches. Okay, so I'll just copy this down. 48 inches. I want to go ahead with the custom size. So 48 inches width I want. 48-inch width. Okay. So what about the height? For example, the height is, okay, again go to the Google and check for example, if the height is just the 2 feet, then 24 inches. You just have to take it for the 24 inches. 24 inches. Have you understood this? Simple mathematical calculations. You don't even have to worry anything as such. Okay, this custom size now you need 48 width for 24 height. That's all. Now you just have to click on continue. Okay, one important thing for all the designs it had done. Okay, you just have to make sure that you're giving the pages here. Hopefully you remember this, right? Pages. Remove all pages and just select the page that is here, which is this page number 30. Page number 30. Go ahead with the page number 30 and click on done and continue. That's all. Now it will take you to this inches. What is the inches of this banner? It will convert this entire banner into that format. Yes, Mr. Sundar, just look into this, how beautiful it has converted, right? Now just you have to write copy and resize. You don't have to resize this design itself, so make sure you are copying it and resizing it. So now you have made this flyer into a banner. So you just have to make sure you are actually having it, what we say, having a beautiful pattern here and there and making sure that it goes well. For example, I'll adjust it very perfectly so that it goes well with the outlet. I mean the coffee cafe outlet. Coffee time. I'll put it here. Okay, then what else can I do? I could we can just play with this all around, right? We can just make sure that this coffee is somewhere here on this side. Would it be a big something like this? Okay, winter sale. Let's put this up over here. Okay. Come on, try this along. This is how you create the banners, right? This is how you choose the dimensions. Dimensions are very easy. Have you understood it now? How you can just make sure that you are generating something for even the 4 feet or 50 feet, whatever wall you want. Even if you want to do it for the billboards, you can do it here, okay? Make sure you are doing these things. Easy things. Just learn these things around, okay? Take 50% off today. Okay. And then location wherever you want. Coffee wala or coffee cafe, whatever it is. Let it be here. Where if you want to write the phone numbers or something like that. This is something, some adjustments that you can make on the banner, whatever banner you have designed. This is a banner that you have designed for the coffee cafe. So if you want to put up more stuffs to this, you can put it up. Okay. Or for example, if you don't want, for example, you don't want to import this one, then you can go ahead with the projects and import your design from there. If you don't want to resize the previous design, you can import. For example, think that there is a perfume collection. This perfume collection should be put up in the format of a banner outside this one outlet. So how you're going to go ahead with that? Again, you just can adjust it very excellently. If I want, I'll just put this up this side. Premium collection of perfumes. Hopefully you have gone through the what we say your local stores and seen the how beautifully they generate these stuffs, right? Okay, usually these days when I go through the supermarkets or here and there, I find most of the Canva stuffs. Okay, Canva stuffs put in here and there. So make sure you're doing it very excellently with these things in hand, inshallah ta'ala. Okay, if you want, you can take this drop shadow. If you want, you can just remove this up. Or the outlet name, you can just put it up here. Take 50%. Oh, okay. You have more stuffs to be written. If you want to write, make sure you're writing it all. If something like this is put up, and it looks classy. Premium collection. Okay. This is just one simple banner that you have created for the outlet. Okay. Hopefully, I've understood how to start ahead by with the creation of banners. If this is not going well here, make sure you're putting it somewhere here. Okay. Or if you don't want to put more such elements, this is how you create the banners. For example, if your client if you want to start ahead with the banner itself, then you just can have it from the custom size directly from here. Okay. Go ahead directly from your custom size. Take the size whatever your client has given, 48 size height, 48 inches. Okay, inches, and then height would be 48 inches, height would be 24 height, and this is a banner that is to be put up outside the supermarket or somewhere. Then you can design it something like this. Okay, I even wanted to show you some of the multiple product banners that we actually make for the supermarkets or something like that. Just look into the, because of the privacy, I cannot share it entirely. I'll just show you some glimpse. These banners that I create for the supermarkets, dear sisters and brothers, they are actually just a moment. Okay, there are actually multiple products, something like this. Okay, you have to add hundreds of products in the store in this way. They'll give you some of this products, for example, this thing, this thing, this thing. They'll give you 10 to 15. They'll just write in a book and give you 10 to 15 products. Okay, 10 to 15 products in hand, and they'll tell you to design it. Okay, they'll tell you to design it for the supermarket. For the supermarket only, just to design this one, there'll be two pages. Okay, one is a front page, one is a back page. Two-page design. They'll be having it in the format of the what we say. This will be for the format for the posters, as well as for the ads, as well as for the various purposes, fine. So this one, dear sisters and brothers, this thing, when we design, we actually this is the highest, I mean the top kind of what we say, the flyers that we design for the store, because this is a multi-product, okay, multi-product flyers that we design. You can charge at least rupee 3K per design. Okay, it just takes few of your time. That's all. One hour or 2 hours. That's all. Just some more time is spent. Some I mean a little more time is spent compared to the previous one. So these things, dear sisters and brothers, if you just get the client from the supermarkets or something like that, you will be able to design these things, inshallah ta'ala. So this is just a glimpse that I just wanted to show. Multiple sale products you can get to design for the supermarket. Okay. So Alhamdulillah, that's all done. The banners is done, business banners, and inshallah we're going to head on to the actual concepts of today's session, inshallah. Event flyers, okay? We're going to create event flyers, invitation flyers, ceremony banners, and something like that. Even the banners we're going to see how we are going to create the banners for the ceremonies, inshallah ta'ala. So come on, tune in, inshallah. We're going to begin. Now, invitation card, you can just write invitation cards, because all of the invitation cards are in two patterns. One is a portrait, one is a landscape. Hopefully, you know that. Usually, when you get the invitation cards to your home, you have it in the landscape. Sometimes they design it in the portrait format. So you can choose whichever invitation cards in portrait format or invitation cards in landscape format. Whichever you wish to, dear sisters and brothers. We'll just go ahead with the portrait format because it is a bit bigger, right? So, inshallah, that would be good to go on the screens, inshallah. So, we'll take the portrait pattern and we'll start ahead, inshallah. Come on. Take the invitation cards, portrait pattern. Okay. So now, your sisters and brothers, to start with the invitation cards, what does the first thing comes on your mind is nothing but a good background, right? So to choose a good background, usually the invitation cards have a floral kind of feel, right? Floral kind of feel. Here and there, you add some floral feels, and then that gives you a beautiful invitation card, inshallah. So just look into the templates. You have hundreds of invitation cards in hand. If you want, you can grab it from the templates and create such invitation card for yourself, for your family. If anyone is having a upcoming event in their, what we say, near and among their near and dear ones, and they want to create it for their family, inshallah, you can just create it and give a beautiful copy for them, what we say, a mock copy, so that they can get it printed for their themselves. You can gift these things to your, what we say, to your near and dear ones and your relatives or cousins, circle, wherever your sisters and brothers, because that will be very helpful for them, inshallah ta'ala. So now let's start designing ourselves, inshallah. So what is the first topic that I want to think of to start designing would be invitation card, a normal invitation card for the wedding invite. Okay, let's start. Bismillah. We are going to start with the invitation cards. Very first thing, the backgrounds. Usually it would be the floral backgrounds, floral. Okay, or you can go ahead with a watercolor background. Okay, just see here, we just can go ahead with a watercolor background. Just type this in serious, sisters and brothers. Some backgrounds like this. I just want you all to write this thing in a notebook. Okay, eight background names I have told you to write. Now continue these things. Okay, watercolor background. Please choose these backgrounds. Come on, choose something that you like. One background I have selected. Okay, I'll take this background as well. I want a pinkish feel, I think. Okay, come on, please do this along with me. Let's see how you're going to try this along with me. Pink with this pink will go well. Let me make this background. Yes, this looks good. If this pink doesn't look good, make sure you're changing it to something else. If this, let me just try with this another pink color. Okay, replace background. Okay, this looks more classier. Okay, watercolor background. Make sure, what is the name? Please mention water color background. Have you written it in your notebook or wherever you have noted the, what we say, 8 background names that were already told you during the class number 7th probably. Please make sure you are noting this down as well. Okay. If you have not noted the previous one, please note it now. We're going to start ahead by creating another copy of the backgrounds now. Okay. So we'll be having hundreds of backgrounds in hand now, inshallah. Again. Okay, come on. So these things you can grab, okay? You can grab these things. These are watercolor backgrounds. And make sure if if you want to see the magic recommendations, so that these things match well with the things that are put up here. For example, if this is put up, let me have some purple kind of, same kind of, what we say, feel. What we can say, I can add this one. No, I cannot. So we can make sure we have this more such floral backgrounds, okay? You can even put these things for the this one, what we say. Okay, okay, these things, okay, these are called as the floral, what we say, frames, floral illustrations, flower frames. You can write circular flower frames, fine. And these things, you can just use these things to write the name of the groom and bride, fine, groom and bride. So this looks very classy if you just use it here and there. Okay, we'll just add it and make sure to show you how you beautifully you can generate the stuffs. For example, if I take this around, I can put this over here. I can put this over here, rotate it and put it over here, and make sure it is reduced in the size. So this is something. This is very simple if you wish to, and you can even add more. Come on, just start creating your own backgrounds. Now you have gained such a professionalism, dear sisters and brothers. You have spent 13 days altogether with me. Alhamdulillah. Now just start creating, please. Please start creating. Do not sit back. Okay, you can flip it over. Just flip vertical. That's all. Okay, one such simple cards. Come on, this is the things that you can generate all by yourselves. Okay, one such if you take here, you can take another on the top. Something like this. See how beautifully you can make your own what we say backgrounds. Okay, now you can add the floral backgrounds to this. If this white seems very simple, you can add some floral stuffs to this. If you want, you can even add the names of the persons on this wedding, or this something like that as well. Okay, and if you want to add a single stuff, something like this here and there, you can even go ahead with these things. Okay, okay, something like these things. Okay, make sure it matches well with the backgrounds. Fine. Come on, magic recommendations. Get back from the magic recommendations. Okay. Now for these things, I'll fill it with the screens. Now see here, this is pinkish. This should be okay. Purplish. I'll remove this. I'll let this be a bit goldenish. I'll check if we have golden. Yeah, watercolors, beautiful watercolors. Come on, please try this all along. These watercolors looks very excellent. If you want this kind of feel, you can give. Okay, this kind of feel on the paper. If you want to give, you can give. just this much. Okay, come on, these are the what we say the wallpapers or the backgrounds that you can generate. You can even generate the wallpapers out of these things. Hopefully you remember this. And also these things, dear sisters and brothers, these are called as the what we say they are banners kind of, labels kind of. Okay, so if you want to use these things, you can just type in over there as the splash, brush splash. Fine, brush splash. Please type in brush splash. You'll get to use these things. If you want to mention, for example, the brides and grooms names and this something like this, you can even go ahead with that as well. You have splash or the color splash, then you can use that. Okay, purplish kind of feel if you want to give here somewhere. No, it's totally white. Bit more darker. Okay, this looks good. We can even add brides and grooms name here and there. Something like this. Okay, it just came to my mind how I can just do this in this way. Okay, this looks so beautiful. Okay, something like this. You can design it all by yourselves. Just look into this, get some ideas and start designing. That's all. Okay, something like this. If you wish to, we'll take this color. Okay, this color. This is called as a color splash. Fine, color splash. You can write that and you can even mention it. Something like this. Or if you wish to just add the background, you can just start adding the background. Okay, replace the background. That image is background. See how beautifully you have done it all together, right? So this is the way, dear sisters and brothers, you can generate. If you want to place this somewhere in the midst, somewhere like this, even this looks so classy, just with a simple white background. Okay, so this is the watercolor that you all can use, watercolored backgrounds that you all can use, and go ahead while creating the invitation cards. Fine. Okay, I'll show you some things that are over there. For example, in the templates, how well they'll create this with these, and then we'll create one or two of our own, inshallah. See here in the templates how they'll design the invitation cards. Can you see this? The same concepts. One floral here, one floral here, and this is the things that we usually do not prefer adding. And also this one, just look here. The background, the borders. Now, if you want to add, this is the home ceremony, housewarming ceremony. So you can even place the house over there. So something like these things. Come on, something like these. The same stuffs were added. The something that we added at the center, they added 4 times here and there, and then a beautiful background was added. That's all. This way you have to generate your own. What we say, invitation card. What we say, banners. For example, even like this flower here, and borders you can add, yes, sisters and brothers, floral borders. Come on, go ahead and check borders. Okay, borders, watercolor borders. Just look into this feel. Okay, look into the feel that you get when you just have this watercolor kind of borders. Okay, and even just the borders you can mention, floral borders you can mention, and you can grab beautiful borders for your own. Okay, of your own, which you can prepare well with the designs. Okay, this looks more like okay, resin art, something like this. You can go ahead with and try it all. Okay, this is called as watercolor backgrounds, watercolor borders. Okay, something like this if you wish to add. It's all up to you. It's all your, what we say, this one. And if you want the floral borders, you'll get floral borders. Floral. Come on, please type in floral borders. These things, something like this. For example, if you want to place this here and duplicate this, place the something here and flip it over, flip horizontal, and place it here, duplicate it, and then place it here, flip horizontal, flip vertical. Okay, I'll place this here, duplicate it, and just place it, flip vertical, flip vertical, flip vertical. Okay, now it's fine. Then we can just go ahead with the elements, and we can even get some florals, just florals or flowers, or just watercolors you can just mention instead of floral. Okay, now we can just get some good flowers. We can just put it here, somewhere here like this at the half edge, somewhere here. Or if you wish to add some more feel to these, you can even add some stuff like this from the top, from the bottom. Okay, make sure it goes a bit smaller so that it looks well on the screen. Okay, if you wish to give this more a better look, you can go ahead with that. Now, if you want to give what we say, type Bismillah Rahman Rahim at the very first thing, you can just write Bismillah here, and you have very excellent Bismillah Rahman Rahim calligraphy. Usually, Muslim invitation cards have Bismillah Rahman Rahim at the beginning, right? Okay. Now, this is the very first card that we started creating. I'll just copy this down. How beautifully it looks, right? So this way you can generate your own beautiful business, I mean the invitation cards, and then you can just have a beautiful outlook for this. Okay, it's all up to you. This is the backgrounds that I have thought how you can just make sure the backgrounds are put up so well. And now I'll just create something with this itself, okay? Because I just don't want to waste my time creating it for all other backgrounds, okay? So now we'll just start creating the invitation cards for this design. So what is the content of the invitation card? It's nothing but it's client given, or it is actually you can just write the invitation card content all by yourself. Just you just have to have the names of the bride and groom. That's all, right? So we can just get in hand the invitation cards. For example, very first thing that they usually make sure to write is something like, okay, let's just go ahead with the text box. Take a text box. We can just start with the add a heading, and then we'll just proceed. Add a heading. The heading, okay, usually the bride and groom name, dear sisters and brothers, should come in the handwritten format, right? So make sure you are selecting the handwriting pattern when you're going ahead with a bride and groom name, fine. So we can just go ahead and take something like this, or more what we say, more handwriting kind of feel you can give. Okay, so we'll just go ahead with this. Bismillah. Okay, so any name, I'll just write bride and groom itself instead. Bride, somewhere in the midst. We'll just place that. Bride. Okay, let it be at a subheading with, and even this should be a bit what we say. I'll just write groom. Okay, name of the groom name, bride name, and then you just can write the textual content. Okay, simple textual content. Even that can give also be with the handwriting feel. I can just add a text box. We'll see what kind of text box is here. This is totally handwriting. We'll just change it to something like this. Yes, this is fine. Okay. Now, together with the families, we invite you to attend our nikah ceremony, something like that. A simple invitation card we are just going to make together with. Come on, you can just give this to your friends, or your friends or someone, your sisters and brothers. Please try this, okay? You can just give this invitation card that you're doing in the class. For example, you just make one invitation card, letting them invite their what we say, invite their friends and family for their for their wedding. Okay, you can just gift it by animating it, because the video animations now and then, we keep receiving this request that I want you to create my wedding invitation invite that is to be put up on the online. Hopefully you know that, right? That should be a soft copy and not a hard copy usually. We in the friend circle, we what do? We circulate it online itself, right? So together with the families, we'll just have a beautiful content written. Families, bride and groom, let it be there. We'll just duplicate this around. Simple card we are just making. Nothing more stuff to this. Invite you to join our nikah ceremony on ceremony on. You can just mention something like this. If you want more stuffs to this, I mean, if it feels like what we say, a bit more. Okay, if it feels like there is much more space, then you can just go ahead with adding more florals to this, or more what we say borderings to this, right? Okay. Then invite you to join our nikah ceremony on. You can just mention now. What you're going to mention, we're going to mention the dates. How you're going to mention the dates? You have different ways of mentioning the dates. One is by using the date kind of what we say slash bars, what we something like these slash bar, something like this. If you want, you can just add it. This is one way. Or you can even go ahead with the magic recommendations and see what kind of recommendations are there to give it good date kind of feel. And also, if you want, you can just delete this, or you can just grab simple lines like this, dear sisters and brothers. Okay. These lines will help you to mention Monday or whichever day, I mean, sorry, the day, date, month, year, and something like that. Okay. Or you can just go ahead with the magic recommendation and see what kind of things you can add to get the beautiful dates in hand. Okay. This thing also will help you. This thing. Fine. You can just mention this thing here. Or for example, okay. Okay. This thing for the date and day will help you in ways that you will understand now, inshallah. Okay, something like this if you want, you can grab. Or I'm just thinking of adding it. Okay, in this way, if you can add, but it looks more clumsy. We can make it by ourselves itself. If you feel like you cannot do this in this pattern, you can make it by yourself. Okay, I'll show you how you can go ahead with the making the dates and shape bars. Okay, just go ahead and start take a line, simple line. Go ahead and take a line. This line I have taken. Okay, I'll just put it here. Now I'll make sure that this line is very, what we say, thin. It's very, oh, let it be 1 pt. Okay, this is fine. I'll duplicate this round. I'll place it here. Okay. Now I'll just duplicate, select this multiple lines, select multiple, this and this, and I'll just duplicate this, copy and paste it somewhere here. Let it be somewhere here. Done. Now we can just write whatever matter I didn't want to write. I wanted to write here the date, day, let it be Tuesday, Tuesday over here. Okay, then if you want to write the date, for example, 24th, 24th. Okay, let it be 24th. And then if you want to mention more such stuffs like venue, when is that? I mean the timings also you can mention. 3 p.m. Come on, please try this along with me. I want you all to do this with me. 3 p.m. Uh, and also if you want to mention which is the September, that we mentioned September here. I'll just duplicate this round. I'll write it here, 2024. Then this way you can frame it all by yourself. Okay? So it's just playing with the things that are with you. That's all. If you want to make it smaller, make sure it is smaller. Okay? Unless and until you make it what we say excellently put up, do not leave this space. Fine? Do not leave this space until you are excellently satisfied with this. That's all. Okay. Simply made, just simply simple card, and look how classy it looks like, right? Okay, now you can instead of this, if you want to add some floral things there below, and if you want, even you have some more things to add, right? What is it? Venue, where is it? Which hall or whatever, which ceremony hall, you can mention venue. Just write it, ABC ceremony hall, ceremony hall. Okay. Okay, so this is a beautiful and simple invitation card that we have made all together with the few things like just the four floral borders in this one. If you want to add a beautiful background, you can add. If you want to change the colors using the color palettes, you can do that here as well, dear sisters and brothers. Try this all along. You will find this what very interesting. Just look here. This thing I converted into the beautiful colors. I mean, I'll just duplicate and show you. Duplicate, I'll just convert it into the very beautiful color. Just look here how beautiful it got converted, right? So I'll duplicate it again. Again, if I want it to be more colorful. Now look at this, dear sisters and brothers. Don't you find this color palette very excellently going with your, what we say, whatever stuff you're creating? Yes or no? Please type in. I just want you honest response from you that how are you finding this color palette so far? Because this color palette thing works wonders, right? Yes. So these things, if you want it more flashy, if you want it more what we say colorful, something like that, you can go ahead with the client choices as well. So something like this as well. So here, it will give you the good outcome, whichever you feel satisfied, whichever colors satisfies your need. It is going to go well. That's that. And for example, dear sisters and brothers, now you want to present this to your what we say the client, and they want this invitation to be put up on their online. For example, they want to make this online invitation card. So how are you going to make this into the animated? You just have to take whatever this is, you just have to animate, select the background, Okay, so I'll just select some space that is here. Okay, the background is selected. Click on the animate button and make sure you are having a beautiful animation. Okay, then add some beautiful background nasheed to it, background, whatever you wish to add. Okay, something like this. If you want to have the multiple, what we say, multiple screens for this, dear sisters and brothers, how we can do that? I'll just show you. This one. Okay, I'll just have okay, one. I just duplicated this. I'll duplicate the same thing. Okay, the very first this one, I can, on the very first page I can write wedding invitation, just wedding invitation. I'll write wedding invitation, wedding invitation, invitation. Fine, and then hopefully you know some of the things, like you can write the names. Um, okay, this is the very first page that you can create for this invite. Wedding invite. I'm just deleting all the stuffs that are not required unnecessary. The multiple page product. I mean, multiple page design. This way you can design wedding. This is the very first page. The second page, bride and groom. Let it be this third page. For the second page, we can just write. I'll duplicate the same thing. We can just write something like with the floral borders. Let me just put floral borders. Okay, it's all what we say. Your creativity that you are going to put into the pictures, into the designs. That's all. Floral borders or floral circles, or see whatever you have, whatever stuffs you find interesting here, grab it and put it here. Something like this if you want to put it here. Okay, this looks good. And if you want to put if the bride and groom is the name, with the name yes and yes, you can even mention that. See here, yes and yes. Just look here, something like this if you want to mention. Okay, usually you see in the greeting cards, in the invitation cards, they put up something like this, A and yes. It's something like this. They are getting married, yes, and I'm getting married. Something like this if you want to mention, or yes and yes. Okay, see here, these things, okay, A and C. You see here, A and C. Magic recommendations. Look into these designs, dear sisters and brothers. A and C. You can just mention the full names as well if you want. B and R. Something like this if you wish to. Okay, so make sure you're using some of the talents in hand to create all of this stuff. Now when you play this up and see, for example, three designs, you also have to give a transition between the pages. Probably you all know that, right? How you're going to give the transition between the pages? Just get together with the animate button. Again, you are going to animate all of these stuffs. And then if you want to add audio, or if you want something like the three dot button and show timings, then it will give you the timing screen. So these three, one, two, three, this three will go hand in hand. Or if you want just two, first and two, and the first and second, and this third to be Jazakallah khairan or something like that. Make sure to attend the ceremony or something like that as the edge. You can just go ahead with that as well. Something like this. I just want to play it and show you with the transition at the with the each pages. Something like this you can give with the transition. See how beautifully within seconds I can convert this card into the what we say animated card. This one you can gift it for your what we say your cousins, nears, and dear ones, whoever wants you to generate your what we their invitation cards with you. You can just go ahead and give one such for them. Okay, I'll just play it from this. Okay, just a moment. It's getting ahead. You want me to repeat this? Okay, what did I do? I just duplicated those three stuffs. I just wanted to animate those three cards and make a video. What did I do? I just made sure that, okay, I just don't know from which second it's starting up. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just okay. Hopefully you have seen all of this, right? I'll just delete this, or I can hide it up as well. I just want to delete these cards. Okay, it's over here. I think it's over here. Yes. So when I just go ahead and play this up, this part, the last three cards, I mean the 13th, the 14th, and 15th page. Okay, you can just have these cards in the separate pages, and then you can just have a beautiful nasheed added to it, or the any audio that goes well with that, and then you can just have it what we say animated to make sure you're having the beautiful stuffs put up. That's all. Okay, it's not getting played. I'll show it from the this way if you require. Okay, this way it actually gets played with the one after another, fine. one after another. I'll show you this. Fine with this. No. Okay, I'll just play it for you. See here, it's something like this. It plays up, and then there's a transition, and then there's the next page, and then this next thing, the next thing appears, something like these things. Okay, all of this you just have to animate. I have not animated these things. I mean the bridegroom and all. You just have to animate these stuffs as well. You have to animate all of these stuffs all by yourselves, one after another. Bride, groom. Okay, let each of it animate well, so well. Okay, let these two things be popped up. Pop this and bride and groom popped up. Okay, make sure you are selecting the animate things very perfectly. And all of the stuffs, how you're going to animate those things, you can just write it. Okay, pan other things, something like that, and you can just go ahead and make sure you're just looking into the design how you have created. This is way you have created it, and then it goes well like this, one after another. Okay. Okay, something like that. Okay, you just have to give it a more what we say delayed speed of the animation. Hopefully, I've understood how beautiful you can just convert a single flyer into the what we say into the animated flyer. That's all. Okay, just this thing that you are going to convert these things into the animation. You just have to click on each and give animation to it. Whatever the pop animation, the wipe animation, something like this. This way, it will get played. Fine, fine. Hopefully, I've understood tectonic kind of animation if you wish to. Okay, and the last page, this one, and this transition in between these two pages. So these are the three videos in the format of the three videos we just generated. That's all. Okay. So this way you can generate it all by yourself, dear sisters and brothers. Wedding invitation cards. Okay. So now, Alhamdulillah, we are done with this concept of invitation card designing, fine, for the marriages. And also we can go ahead with something like the for the parties as well. Okay, if you have some party invitations or whatever, an event party or the what we say, if you have it, have something in your office or something you want to design for an event or something like that, you can even create it with with various patterns. For example, I'll just club up the things that we were discussing in yesterday's class, something like comic background. I'll just show you with the comic backgrounds how we can make some beautiful ones. Okay, I'll take this one. Simply, I'm just taking whatever that's coming here because I just wanted to show you how you can just utilize all of the background names that I have told you till now. Okay, remember, please note down the comic background as well. Okay, note the name comic background as well. Make sure you're assigning a beautiful background color first, so that okay, let it be brown itself. Later we'll change it for the stylizing. Okay. Let me just reduce its transparency if I wish to, because it should not be so it should not look so messed up. Then next thing that I can put up here, dear sisters and brothers, is the blobs, if I wish to, if you want, because the blobs probably, hopefully, yesterday in yesterday's class I was telling you irregular shapes goes well with the design. You can even add those irregular shapes to the design. You can even reduce this transparency further, that it doesn't look very clumsy. I can take these blobs, something like this. I'll add this blob. Come on, let me just do this. And okay, I'll just add any office party name over here. Then I'll add this somewhere here. Then we'll add this somewhere here. Simply, whatever that's coming to my screen, I'm just grabbing it and putting it up. That's all. That's nothing like hard and fast rule that you have to do this itself, that itself. No, no, please. This is something that will make your design so beautiful. Some irregular shapes you can put up. That's all. Okay, colors later you can change. Don't worry about the colors. I already told you about the colors, that colors can go so easily. Okay, I can take this as well if I wish to. I'll add some venue kind of things here. Something here. If I don't want this, I can add something here. This is a code blob. If you want, take the code blob. Okay. What more? What more? What more? Come on, just surf through this. You'll have so many beautiful what we say blobs put up. Okay, some of this I've just added. Colors later we'll change it. Colors, don't worry about the colors. I will just add the textual content. Okay, something beautiful. Let me take. Okay, come on. You can just add whatever, or you can just go ahead and take it from this itself. Take the font combination, beautiful font combination, because we're going to write some things for the event invitation. Okay, I selected this font. I'll just write something here. Okay, office party. Let it be office party. Okay, office party. We'll change the colors later. I already told you. Do not worry about the colors. I'll add a text box now. Okay, you are invited. You are invited. It's for all the employees, so let it be you're invited for the office party. See how beautiful the textual content will give the feel to this one design, right? Okay, you're invited for office party. For the office party, make sure you're using the proper grammatical statements. I do not have much time to you make sure I'm making it all grammatically correct. 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Okay, simple invitation card. 5 p.m. Okay, you can mention this here. And venue, you can mention where is it being held, on what date. Okay, so you can even write two things here. Or date you can mention here, timings you can mention here. It's all up to you. Venue, I'll just write here. It might be the lunch hall, it might be whatever hall at the at which block, at D block, at C block, whatever at the what we see at your office or somewhere. Date you can mention here. Okay. Okay, we're just not having the finished products here. Please make sure that about that. We are just showing you how you can create it beautifully in different ways, in different patterns. Okay. Now you can even add some fields like the fireworks, the party. You can even just write party and say party. Okay. So what is this party about? Is it about something like that? You can just see what party kind of feel will be there. Okay. If you want, you can just arrange these things here and there. Something like this thing here, somewhere here. You know, when you add some animated look, it will make sure that you are making it a design in the video format. So make sure when you want to add that, you have to have a when you add the animated this one, you have to have a video instead. Okay, simply that's just adding the stuff that is here. Now this is done. This is all done. You are invited for the office party. Okay, and then the 2 p.m. whatever the content you have to add, it's all by yourselves. Then dear sisters and brothers, how to change the colors. Go ahead with the designing, go to the styles and start changing the colors. So beautifully you can do that, so excellently you can make it. Okay, so see here, it gave a very excellent output. And the this one, what we say, the handwriting written is too small. Make sure it is a bit bolder. Fine, bold. So this way you can change the colors and make sure you're having a good finished product. Okay, the next one, another event invitation. If I want, you can just, okay, there was a ceremony recently. Okay, I wanted to show you about a banner that I created previously for for a ceremony. I just want to show you how you can go ahead and create it based on the themes. For example, it was a recent ceremony banner that I had created for an Akika ceremony. Okay, so they wanted it to be made for with the moons and stars in it. Okay, so whatever it was, you can even ask them whether it is for the baby boy or baby girl or something like that. If it's about the baby boy, then you can just go ahead with the blue background, blue watercolors. Okay, blue watercolor. Usually, I select. I already told you watercolor backgrounds for the invitation cards and more. It looks very classier. So you will just take the blue. This one I have probably I have taken. I don't remember that, but how we can design, we'll just see. We'll just show you. So this one. And then what is it? Who is it inviting? And they wanted to put this banner outside the ceremony hall. Okay, ceremony hall where where they were having this event organized. Okay, so this way you can even create the banners. I just took this flyer and created. Then you can just add the dimensions and resize it. That's all. Or you can start it from the custom resizing itself. And now they wanted for the what we say the stars and moons in the picture. So we can just go ahead and see if we have good stars and moons. See, within seconds you can generate. Okay, even if it be the last call, 5 minutes before the event, if they want it, you can make it and give it with the Canva. Okay, this is very easy. So now stars and moons, you just have to surf through this and see what beautiful outcomes out what we say outputs are here. You can just have something beautiful. For me, let me just select one thing that goes well here. Or else if you want, you just can go ahead with the moon first and then you can see the stars and take the stars all along. Okay, or if you want to give it a more childish look, you can even have these things. Okay, It was not so so small kid, so I just wanted to keep a bit of what we say. Okay, stars and moons is not looking good, so I'll just say moon first. Okay, moon. Then we'll go ahead with the star, and then we'll combine both of those things. Yes. See, this gives a good feel. Yes, this gives a good starry feel. You can just take it. Okay, I'll just place it somewhere here. Okay. Then stars. Stars. I can add stars all around this banner. Okay. So even their theme was entirely something like this. Stars graphics. Make sure you're having it in the format of the graphics. Now you can take the graphics in whatever format you want. Okay. I'll take the graphics, put it here and there, wherever you want. For example, these things if you want. Colors you can change later if you want it whitish colored. Somewhere here, somewhere there. Okay. If you don't like it to be too clumsy, don't put it. Okay. Okay. Goldenish if you want. Golden won't look good in the stream. Something like this if you want generated here and there. It's just what we say. It's just before the final touch up. You can just put it here and see if it goes well. If yes, then you can have it finalized. If no, then remove that. That's all. Flip horizontal. So I just want you all to try this along with me, please. We'll just delete this. Okay. Now stars and moons is over. The theme is put up here. Well, now we just have to write the textual content. They were just asking me to create something like we put up at the outside of the hall. I mean the ceremony hall. So we can just write it something like the family. Who is the family was? Let it be the ABC family. Family. Okay. So let it be a bit bolder. So let me have some other font. First, let me duplicate this. For this, I'll put some other font. London ABC family. Okay. Welcomes you all. Welcomes. Okay. You all. Okay. Uh, to the. You can even write to the as well here because we just want to write Akika ceremony as a bigger highlight. To the. Okay. Here we'll write AQE Akika. Okay. QAH. Okay. So make sure if this is bolder, the next one should be a bit what we say different, right? Hopefully you all remember how to do these things, right? Playing with the textual contents. Africa ceremony. Okay, let it be this itself. Ceremony will write it in some other handwriting. Okay, make sure it's it's all up to you how you want to decide with the what we say the fonts. Let it be smaller one. I'll just add it here, ceremony, and let this be in some other forms. Let it be in some other forms. Ceremony. Yes, this looks good. Ceremony. Okay, Akika ceremony. And then the colors is not yet decided. You can just add the dark blue colors is this, then to this, okay? Of of the kid. Kid's name is should be a very bolder. Hopefully you know that bold name. Ceremony of, or you can even write it here itself, or of you can write it here with the name of the kid. I'll just write Abdullah here. Abdullah. Okay. Okay, font yet, not yet, it's not yet what we say satisfied. I'm not yet satisfied with the fonts. Please change it if you wish to. I'm just showing you how you can make sure you are making a good banner kind of what we say. Okay, this can be more childish. Okay, Abdullah, because the name of the kid can be more what we say written in the more childish pattern, which feels like okay, even this is good. You can just write this. And then you can change the colors. Remember to finalize the colors very well. So because these things require a beautiful color, what we say combination. Akika ceremony of Abdullah, or let it be Abdullah. Okay, then you can just write change the colors. First of all, you can change the colors using this thing. Okay, you can go ahead with this itself, color palettes, and change it. Now look into the design, how beautiful you can change it. That's all. Okay, even this feels very good. You know, when you have this in the whites, you can give a black, what we say, black effects, black outline, something like this, and make sure that looks very good, very classy. Okay, so these things you can add to make sure that your design goes very well. Okay, hopefully you are understanding this concept and some more concepts of editing the what we say the textual content. I can just tell you how to download the audio for the background sound. Okay, you can, there's nothing like you can download the audio from the YouTube. Hopefully, you know that you have the audios available here and there on the Google Chrome browser as well. Dear sisters and brothers, you can just I mean the browser, whichever browser you have, you can just go ahead and type in and search for the excellent nasheeds, whichever nasheed you want. You can select and download the MP3 from there, and then how to get it on the Canva is nothing but clicking on upload files and adding it on the audio bar and then just adding it over here. That's all, right? Okay, so we are done with another invitation card. Now another invitation card, inshallah. I just want to make sure that we are making. I just want to make it with the templates because I just don't want to what we say back here, creating the same stuffs because we have already learned how to create more of it, right? So one last, inshallah, invitation card we are going to make. So I'll just take this balloons in hand. Okay, please join us for. Okay, so this is an invitation card that I'm going to make for you all, inshallah. Join us for the Takmeel session, inshallah. Takmeel session, which would be the final day. Final day for Canva Mastery course, inshallah. That would be held on Tuesday, inshallah. Final day for the Canva Mastery course. Mastery course. Simple flyer, I just wanted to make it for you. That's all. Okay, Tuesday, the date today is fine. The date would be probably 24th, right? Yes. February, no September. At normal timing, 3:30 p.m. 3:30 p.m. Okay. You're going to take most out of these next two classes because next two classes are very, 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 very important for you all because dear sisters and brothers, you're going to learn something called as video editing, animation making, how you're going to make something animated and how you're going to just start ahead and create beautiful flyers of your, I mean, the beautiful videos for your YouTube channels or whatever, dear sisters and brothers. So this is simple, what we say, the flyer that I've designed for you. The invitation flyer, this thing that is just an invitation flyer. Please join us for the Techmeal session, inshallah, that would be held as the final day of the Canva Mastery course that is named as Design Like a Pro, inshallah. Ta'ala. So Sajid invites you all for the Techmeal session of Design Like a Pro on Tuesday, September 3:30 p.m. inshallah. So it will be the Zoom meeting and you can just mention whatever you want over here. So these are the ways that you can design your own flyers. So see here some of the more classier if this is if you want to give it a more this look and any designs anything that you're making party kind of feel then you have it all over here. Okay, you just have to write party backgrounds. Okay, party backgrounds, you'll have it something like the party itself here, something like these. Okay, you can even select these and put it up here and there, put it up here and there, these things. Okay, this would be too flashy and if you want to create something with these you can create it very very excellently. Okay, hopefully you are understanding. See how beautifully you can just create something like that. Okay, so these are the party kind of backgrounds that are selected for the party kind of what we say mm, events. Okay, so this way. And then what more, dear sisters and brothers? Okay, so these are some of the invitation cards and also some of the backgrounds that I wanted to show you. Okay, for example, the Akika and this one, Akika ceremony. I think these colors are not going well. It's not going well. So let me just add some beautiful colors to this. Okay, let it be these ones. Okay, just let me just finalize this. So now if this banner wants to be put up on the what we say on the ceremony hall, then they wanted to give you the customized size. Again, if they want to give you the 4 feet size, 3 feet size, again 45 inches width or the 58 inches height. then you just can click and continue and make this into a banner. That's all. Hopefully you have understood how beautifully you can just copy it and resize this. Copy and resize. That's all. That's all. Okay, Alhamdulillah, we are done with almost all of the event invitation kind of flyers. Alhamdulillah. Hopefully you have understood how to create, and if you have any doubts, you can just ping me. I'll just show you some more. I just want you to write some more kind of background names, dear sisters and brothers. If you all are having some more time for me, inshallah, and then you can just write it. Gradient backgrounds, abstract background, texture background, neon backgrounds, comic backgrounds is already written, and then header photos, ink splash kind of backgrounds, half tones is already done, and satin backgrounds, probably you all have gone ahead with that as well. Okay, all of this is done. Metallic, still hot, glossy backgrounds, wavy backgrounds, blur backgrounds, frames, patterns, outlines, polaroids. Okay, all of this is over. Inshallah, tomorrow we are going to discuss with the rest of the backgrounds as well. Inshallah, and today, dear sisters and brothers, I just wanted to cover some concepts of the infographics as well as the website designing, as well as some more things like t-shirt designing. We'll just cover two of it now: t-shirt designing, book cover designing, and then we'll cover rest of it at tomorrow's class, because we have so many more concepts to discuss, inshallah. So t-shirt designing, already told. Recently, I was designing it for my nephew. I was designing it for my nephew. I just wanted to make it what we say more customized. Like he likes cars a lot. So what I just did was just look into this. How we can go ahead with. We can just write T-shirt first. Okay, go ahead with T-shirt designing. Okay, how we are going to design your own T-shirts? Start mention T-shirt, and then if you want, you can get it from here. Okay, he liked cards, so I just framed it something like this. Okay, I actually had it differently, but I'll just take the same template and create. I even wrote his name. I wrote his name, and then I had it in different patterns. Okay, I just wrote his name and I made it multiple copies of that. Fine. For example, I'll show you another thing. Okay, if you want to use this one, okay, there's a drift here. I just want to mention his name. Okay, I want to show you something called as a button known as find and replace. Okay, so this is Umar written here, and we have drift written here. So if you want, you can change it all. Go ahead and change it all to the name, or else if you want, you can just go ahead with something called as find and replace text. Okay, so find the text drift, replace the text drift to UMAR. Okay, replace it. So this is the way how you can just convert the stuff so easily into your customized designs. Now think that this is the t-shirt design that you have put up. Now if you want it in the black background, you can take it. But dear sisters and brothers, if you're designing it for the black t-shirt, this black background should be put up, and you have to make sure that you are exporting it in the PNG format only with the transparent background. The size should be very high. Okay, and download it. Now you have to give this design to whoever is making the personalized t-shirt. Okay, we have our own outlet, I already told you, wherein we create the personalized t-shirts. Yes, sisters and brothers, if you have it on the Amazon, if you have someone on the Amazon or the Flipkart, whoever is creating the personalized t-shirt, you can even have your designs made ready and with a PNG and the transparent background, and you just have to supply to them in the PDF format or in the PNG format itself with the transparent background. Now, how they'll give you the pattern, how they'll give you the markup is nothing but they'll go ahead with simply what we say simple post. I'll just take simple post. Where is it? Any poster? They'll just go ahead and they'll just take what we say model, and they'll just put this markup frame on it, and they'll show you this is the outcome of your project. I mean, your design, and this will be your design. So I'll show you with the markups. Go ahead with the apps and go ahead with the markups. Please type in mockups over there. Mockups, done. Okay, just a moment. Mockups, it's here. We'll just have, for example, which t-shirt are you designing for? Black t-shirt. Then go ahead with the black t-shirts. Fine. If you want more such models, you have it on different platforms, yes, sisters and brothers. Okay, I already told you. You have it in the various platforms. Now I'll take this, select this mockup with the very first one with the white. Now we can even edit this further. You can even edit this further. You can even change the color of this t-shirt as well. What you can do is you can just click on edit. But before that, I just want to put the flyer. I mean the design that we had just downloaded. Okay. The design was this Umar, right? I'll just add to page. I can just put it here. Done. White and white doesn't look good, but this white t-shirt should be changed to some other t-shirt, right? So let the image be inserted first. Okay. So there is a white t-shirt color also. You can change the t-shirt color as well. So I'll change the t-shirt color to black. Okay, black. Apply changes. See how beautiful I did that. Within seconds, I can change the t-shirt color to black. Now what is my what we say what do I do to the client? I just give this as a copy to the client that this is your t-shirt being generated, and that's all. Hopefully, I've understood. Don't you find this concept very excellently going? Yes, right? T-shirt designing. This is something called as t-shirt designing, and you don't have to take the photos here and there and put it. Okay. So this is just a design a copy that you can send it to the client. That's all. Fine. And now if you want, dear sisters and brothers, the printing is a different process. Even if you want, you can just go through this called as personalized t-shirt printing. Okay, t-shirt printing is a very excellent business. If you want, you can go ahead with the YouTube videos and see how beautifully you can generate a handsome amount of passive income with this t-shirt, personalized t-shirt as well. Okay, and you can even have a graphic designer put up there if they want to personalize the t-shirt. I mean, if they want to tell you what you have to design the t-shirt, what is the concept of their t-shirt that they want you to design, you can even be their graphic designer and even charge more to the what we say that more with the graphic designing. For example, if the t-shirt is for 500 rupee, then you can charge 600 rupee with the graphic designer in hand. Okay, we will design your t-shirt according to your will, something like that. You can even charge more to it. So something like this is also a what we say the source income source. This is also a very high what we say high income generating business that you all can go ahead with. That is a personalized t-shirt designing. Okay, you can have your own outlet. I think it's just a 1 or 2 lakh something that you have to spend on those missionaries, and then you can just get a good product. What we say products in hand. That's all, inshallah. So the next thing that we wanted to cover is book cover designing. How you're going to design the book covers? You can just start ahead and take the book cover concept, book cover page. Okay, book cover. For example, usually the book covers, books are would be in the same fashion, right? Same this one. Now book covers. Now whatever the concept you have, it's again the flyer kind of feel. Okay, again the flyer kind of feel. Whatever flyer you want to put up inside this. For example, whatever the pattern that you're writing, the name of the book you're writing, you have to make sure that you have a good book name, right? So I'll just select this one. Okay, something that comes to my mind is Pearls of Wisdom. I'll just type in Pearls of Wisdom. Pearls of of and we'll just have this and write it wisdom over here. Wisdom. Okay, something like this. Wisdom. You can just have a beautiful typography made on the book, and then you can just have it very beautifully written. Okay, I'll just show you some of the concepts of the typography as well, in which you can just generate these things very beautifully. Just a moment, inshallah. Pearls of, let it be in single line. Wisdom be one upon another. Okay, something like these things you can just generate and create some beautiful stuff. This is a book name. Okay, now we can just write who has compiled it, add a text box, and you can just write that compiled name text box, compiled by or written by whoever has written this stuff. Compiled by, that should be written at the edge, right? And also one liner should be given for that book, and beautiful background should be chosen. Whatever, for example, the starry night, if you want starry night, or whatever, you can just have it in the different patterns, right? So I'll just take this photo and I'll just write it, that image is background. This can be the book color. This can be good the book cover, or if you want to make it more lighter, you can give it a lighter feel, something like this. Replace background. Okay, make sure you're adding some beautiful stuffs to this as well, elements to this, and making it a beautiful book cover. Or if you want, you can grab it from the templates and make sure you're having the beautiful book cover pages and compiling it very excellently. Okay, so this way you can just make sure you're adding a book cover, and this is how you can just get it printed, and you can just design your own book covers. Okay, you can even add the magazines through this. You can even create the magazines through this. You can just type and you can just have it what we changed, have the templates changed. because this once and for different, if you want to have pattern for the various magazines that you're generating, you can have it. For example, 5-page magazine is here. All of these are pro in hand. You can just make sure you're using it and you're creating a book, good magazine, what we say, or good, what we say, monthly journals. So probably some of the students are creating. You can even create such things. And also there's another concept that I wanted to cover about is infographics, because in tomorrow's class session we have more stuffs to cover, dear sisters and brothers, tomorrow's and after tomorrow's session. So inshallah, we'll just cover this last concept known as infographics. Hopefully you know what is infographics. Usually dawa pamphlets are put up in the infographics format. Okay, for example, five main pillars of Islam. They are put up all of this. I mean, something that has to be put up in the format of the what we say in the format of the numbering, that actually goes well with the infographics. Okay, or for example, the planets in the solar system. If you want to mention all of the info inside one frame, then that is better to be done on the infographic. And also steps of the salah, if you want to write steps of how to perform salah, if you want to write steps of making wudu, something like that. All of that things go well with the infographics. We have excellent pro kind of infographics in hand. If you want to make sure you are editing one for yourselves, you can go ahead with one thing. Or you just can go ahead with the create design, or you can create it using this create design and type in infographic. Infographic is a lengthy page. I mean, the sheet that comes in a single sheet, which has entire, what we say, entire thing written. Now, if you want, you can just go ahead and make sure you're creating a beautiful one. So, for example, I'll just show you. If I want to make it on the solar system, okay, sun. I'll just write the sun. I'll take a sun here and I'll just add the sun kind of feel here at the edge. Then each planet I can add it the one after the another. Okay, I'll just add sun here, and then each planet I can add one after another and can write more about it. Okay, each planet. The very first planet would be the Mercury, right? Mercury. I can just go ahead with the photos as well. It is too okay. Simply taking something. It is too dark. I mean, too reddish kind of, but I don't know why is it giving us something like this. Okay, let me take this Mercury here. Simply. Or if you want, you can go ahead with the graphics and take that Mercury field. Okay, it's here. Okay, you can mention this, so this thing here, Mercury here, Venus here, Earth here, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, something, something, something. Okay, and then the background we can take as a universe background. And then everything is textual. This way you can just create your own infographics. Infographics is nothing but you are just adding all of the info in one page, one sheet. So for this Mars, you have to write the content along with this. Okay, you can even grab with the shapes and you can write the content, whatever, dear sisters and brothers. So this is how you can just create your own infographics. So Alhamdulillah, we have covered all of the concepts that we are thinking to cover in today's session. And tomorrow we are going to touch more concepts of, okay, website designing is left out. Inshallah, we'll cover that in tomorrow's class. Okay. So Alhamdulillah, dear sisters and brothers, we are done with today's session. Alhamdulillah, we have learned most things that we wanted to cover. And Alhamdulillah, dear sisters and brothers, in tomorrow's session, you're going to start ahead with the concept called as video editing with Canva, wherein you're going to learn how you're going to edit the videos very beautifully in different ways, inshallah. So tune in tomorrow. Tomorrow's and the last session, that is on Tuesday, would be the very major session for the designing course, inshallah, because you're going to learn about the AI apps that are in the store and also some of the AI features as well. So inshallah, take care of yourselves, dear sisters and brothers. Let's all meet in tomorrow's session again, inshallah. بإذن الله تعالى. جزاكم الله خيرا كثيرا. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. Assalamu alaikum, my dear brothers and sisters here.